Nobody knew Jeongyeon was fighting something this serious while the internet was tearing her apart over her appearance. And now, fans are realizing the criticism happened at the exact time she was secretly dealing with a painful medical condition behind the scenes. Recently, Twice member Jeongyeon made an emotional revelation on the variety show You Quiz on the Block. In a preview clip released online, Jeongyeon talked about how her older sister, actress Gong Seung-yeon, became her biggest source of support during one of the hardest periods of her life. What shocked fans most wasn't just the emotional story itself. It was the revelation that Jeongyeon had actually been diagnosed with Cushing Syndrome back in 2020. And suddenly, a lot of old conversations online started looking very different. Back in 2020, fans already knew something was wrong. Jeongyeon temporarily halted activities multiple times due to anxiety and health concerns, but the full picture was never publicly explained. During that period, she also became the target of nonstop comments about her weight and appearance. At the time, a huge portion of online discussions focused almost entirely on visuals instead of asking what she might actually be going through physically or mentally. Now fans are connecting the timeline. According to Jeongyeon, while she was struggling emotionally, it was her sister who noticed something seemed physically off and encouraged her to go to the hospital. That decision reportedly led doctors to diagnose her with Cushing Syndrome, a condition connected to excessive cortisol levels in the body. The condition can cause rapid weight gain, fatigue, swelling, skin changes, and other serious symptoms. That detail completely changed the tone of the conversation online. A lot of fans admitted they felt heartbroken looking back at how heavily scrutinized Jeongyeon was during that era. Clips and photos from those years are resurfacing again, but this time people are reacting very differently. Instead of criticism, many fans are saying they now feel guilty for not realizing she might have been seriously ill. Another part of the discussion quickly shifted toward JYP Entertainment. Some fans became angry that the company never disclosed the diagnosis publicly, arguing that Jeongyeon endured years of cruel speculation without enough protection from the agency. Others pushed back against that idea completely. A lot of viewers pointed out that medical information is deeply personal, and idols should never be pressured into revealing private diagnoses just to stop public criticism. That disagreement made the situation even more emotional, because both sides believe they're defending Jeongyeon in different ways. And honestly, this story is becoming bigger than just one idol. Many fans are now talking about the impossible standards placed on K-pop idols, especially regarding appearance. In K-pop, even the smallest physical change often becomes headline news within hours. That pressure already affects healthy idols mentally, so hearing that Jeongyeon was silently dealing with an actual medical condition while facing constant public judgment hit a nerve across the fandom. Some fans also pointed out how differently conversations online can age once more context is revealed. Comments that once seemed like normal criticism now look incredibly harsh knowing what was happening behind the scenes. At the same time, people are praising Seungyeon for recognizing the warning signs early and staying beside her sister through everything. Many viewers said the relationship between the two sisters ended up being the most emotional part of the story, especially because Jeongyeon herself gave her sister credit for helping her get treatment and recover. Right now, fans are mostly relieved that Jeongyeon was able to regain her health and openly share this part of her story in her own words. But the conversation surrounding it still hasn't really settled, because once again, the situation is forcing people to ask a bigger question about the K-pop industry. How many idols are silently struggling with serious physical or mental health issues, while the public only focuses on appearances? Others are debating how entertainment companies should handle health disclosures. And many fans are simply heartbroken, realizing how much pain Jeongyeon may have been carrying while still trying to stand on stage in front of millions. What makes this situation linger is that it changes how fans look back at that entire era of Jeongyeon's career. Because now people aren't just remembering a hiatus anymore. They're realizing there was a serious medical battle happening quietly in the background the entire time, while the internet kept judging her without knowing the full story. And for a lot of fans, that realization is harder to process than the diagnosis itself.